Well, hello folks, my name's Ian. Welcome to my channel. What a difference a day makes. Get it? Wet through. Typical English weather. Right, so yesterday, you've seen on my, if you've seen it on the community post, I picked up a lot of fire extinguishers. It was 39, 40 degrees, wildfires everywhere, you can't be too certain. So indeed, quite a few fire extinguishers. The only problem being is I can't get in my shed. So we're going to have to do something about that today. So yes, I had to hide them behind the bins. However, I use my noggin, bit of brains here. And what I did, I put this plant pot with the red flowers on in front. And I think it worked because she's never said anything. I think it's got a kind of like, they blend in with the plant pot. Anyway, it's no good. They're going to have to go to the Old Anvil Yard today. And that leads me to think, alright, some of this stuff is also going to have to be broken up. I'm on with another wood burner. Those hoists are still there. I'm coming in out the rain. But it's not really rain, but it's that fine rain. That fine rain that wets you through. Coming to a point when I'm going to have to say money or space. So those hoists, I've had a look, Googled them, I've seen them advertised £50 and onwards. I don't know if they work, possibly do. 3-phase, can't test them. But it's just lumps of iron sitting on the floor with copper motors inside. So it's I'm edging towards, look, I need the space more than I need try to advertise and hang on to them, sell them. Bam, bam, bash, bish, bash, bosh. Break them up. I've got the space and I've got some money out of it. After all, they were free. Right, to the bench. So yes, I think we're gonna, one of them, I know the casing is broke. I think the aluminium one. So that's definitely getting broken up. Okay, washing machine motor. Alright, offcuts from the wood burner. That, well, I had a look on Google Marketplace and people are selling those anything from £30 to £100. Very good condition, hardly used, and none of them are broke. Got tape wrapped around them, so possibly just scrap it. That's my next job. I think all the handles off the fire extinguishers. I can squeeze through the chicane here. We're not doing too bad in here. I've still got a few plugs to do. And I think I've got to say, right, put all the brass to one side, work on the you get a valve, it's got this light iron on it, so take the iron off, throw that in the iron tub with that iron, and let's get off to the Old Anvil Yard. Right, I'll tidy up here a bit, and we'll put one of those hoists on. All the brass pins put in a sack for a rainy day. All the plugs to one side for some plug soup on a rainy day. I've emptied the sack of the handles, fire extinguisher handles, and I just thought I'd show you just how I'm tackling these. Some are rather easy. They've just got a rivet on the top. I just cut that off. Some have a pin, and you just knock the pin through. Couple of little time saving tricks I've found out. There ain't no hammering as such. Right, so pick one of these up, and I don't know if you've ever used them, that there's a pin through there. Stops you pressing the handle. You've got to pull the pin out, then you can press the handle. First thing I do, I've got a magnet on the side of my block. Touch that against that, and if it sticks, I don't need to take it off, because quite a few of them are stainless steel. So, quick way for me, saving time. Sticks, I can leave it on. Rivet, rivet, rivet. Put that frog in here. Steady on, boys, steady on. Cut through the rivet head. Pop it off. Pull it out. The reason I do that is because sometimes these pins are stainless steel. That one isn't, but others are, and they all save up. Every little helps. I've got a bag of stainless steel there. So what did that take? Seconds, 15 seconds. See, that doesn't stick, so I need to save that one because it's stainless steel. This is a pin, so I just tap the pin through. I can't find my hammer. Oh, this one will do. Likewise, once I've got the pin knocked through, I'm only after this light iron because I'm off to the Anvil Yard, which incidentally prices have dropped last week. I phoned her up, Ellie up yesterday, asked her what the price of garage scrap was. Last time I got paid £100, or was it £125 a tonne? I phoned her up yesterday, said it's gone up in price. It was £175 a tonne. So it's worth clearing my bench and taking that stuff in. Man, it could have dropped again today, but by the time I go, it could have dropped again. But there's no point me hanging on to this light iron if I'm going to the yard. I can strip these later. Right, I'll just crack on with these. Hey, that was easy. I've got 66 valve tops. From my calculations earlier, I said it was 4 to a kilogram. So it's 16 kilograms of brass when it's cleaned. Should be bringing round about £4 something. So £60 in English money. For brass, I'll get a price because I'm off to the yard very, very shortly. My iron bin is full. Let's load the car and get off. There, I found another one. So it's actually 67. Now, I know I've got 55 kilos of other iron. So if I knock 55 off what the total's going to be, because I'm only taking iron in, we'll know what the cylinders weigh. Right, see you at the Old Anvil Yard. Wow, we're here again. That didn't take long. So let's join the queue. Boosh. Got like a tipper bucket. That's Big Ian driving that. And yeah, it's a small yard, and when more than a few vehicles in, you just got to wait. There's a big guy on the fork truck, and Robert. Hello, Robert. Well, that was just to stop anything sliding out. Tell you what, though, round in here, that was lucky.
Just start stealing here.
Oh, I am. Oh, this is big lad. Who's little Ian? Big Ian. Little Ian in there. So, 288. We're going to knock the 840 off.
No, so 248 and...
Come on, Ian.
How's it going, Ian? Was it where? Was it paid? Let's watch the videos. Come on.
He'll be on tonight. This is Ellie. What do we say?
Was it
What we're
where?
saying,
Was it paid?
what we're saying though first, have you guessed? What's it weigh, what's it pay?
Touch me in the morning.
Well, 288 less the 40, 240, 17 pence, 20, call it 20 pence, 60 quid.
No, Ian, where's that maths come from? You have to send you back to Bedford High School. £45.88. Same bank account.
Depends what have you give me? Light iron or mixed?
No, mixed scrap, you cheeky so.
Shocking. £175 yesterday. Oh, it's gone up.
Yeah, so it's your math.
£185 a tonne.
We're going to send you back to Bedford High School.
St Mary's, me.
It meant, oh, well, that explains it all then.
Thanks, Ellie.
Bye.
Whew. Well, we're back. To be honest, I got kicked out at the yard because, as you can tell, it was so busy. I was busy chatting to Ellie, I was chatting to the lads, chatting to Robert, and Robert had to say, look, you're taking up an unloading bay, and, you know, we've got your scrap, can you bugger off, please? Not as bad as that, but politely. So, let's get over there into the bench. Okay, so we're now back in the shed. We're going to stick some music on. We're going to have a beer, and it's going to be probably the best beer in the world. Right. We've got a tidgy little problem. Before we get to the what did it weigh, what did it pay, we're going to tidy the workbench up. But I took my iron tub in, so I've got nothing to throw my iron in. Yeah, I could find a carrier bag or something, but that doesn't, it's not right for me, that. So I need to find something to put my iron in. And I know from a little job I did a few weeks ago, remember when I built that little wall, put the planters in, got some sand and cement in this tub. Now, if you remember when I did all the inverters, I got about 6 bags of stuff which I separated, got cable out of it. Well, that means I've got loads of bags. So, I put the sand in here, I can use that as my iron tub. Easy peasy. Voila, easy peasy. You wouldn't believe how old that sand is. Well, I mean, the sand itself is probably 1,000,000 years old. I mean, it's silica. I mean, how long I've had it? 7 years, I think. About 7 years. Might be 8. But anyway, It came in handy a few weeks ago. Sand doesn't go off. Right, so I've now got an iron tub. Allows me to do some tidying up. So I can put some music on. 60s, 70s, rock, cowboy stuff. Not trance, a garage. Oh my God. Yeah, oh my God. When I was on holiday in Greece, there was a barman, Davis. He was a nice lad, Davis. He played some nice everyday music. He could listen, easy to listen to music. When it was his day off, this other guy come in and he listened to what he wanted to listen to, and it was like boom, 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 boom. That was it. Constant. I thought he had some feedback loop on his music equipment. I had to go over and say, excuse me, can you put some holiday music on? You know, I'm not boom, 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 bam, 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 constantly. I mean, what sort of shite's that? Apparently, it's garage or trance. Well, put it this way, if it's trance, I didn't see anybody round the pool doing big box, little box, big box, little box. No. So, anyway, that's by the by. Let's get back to this. So with the bin in place, which is also a very ideal handy grinder holder, I suppose we'd better put something in it. Oh, either a few little screws will do. Every little helps. Right. Before I get to that, I just want to sort out some brass and then give you some weights. Bish bash bosh. An hours and hours later. Not quite going dark, but I've had my tea in between. So, where we go? We've cleaned all the 67 valves. There were 66 earlier, and then I said, as I was loading the car, I found another one. So 67 valves gives me 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm going to do a little parallax 14. So 13 kilograms of get it open, of clean brass. Okay, I've still got, I'm going to class it as dirty brass. I'm going to do a video on these because I've cut one in half and there's copper inside of them. So we'll sort that in a minute. Anyway, yeah, that's a blast from the past, isn't it? Table challenge. Right, come on, nitty gritty. 13 kg brass. Now, I was talking to Ellie today at the Old Anvil Yard, and she's telling me today's price is £3.50 a kilogram for brass. So doing that math, at today's prices, which is quite low, I mean, we're normally, you know, used to £4.60, and £45.50 just for that brass. Now, we have been I've been used to getting £4.60 a kilogram. So what I got? Almost 60 quid. So instead of £45, I would expect to get 60 quid. Anyway, back to the iron. Right, early in the video, I said I phoned up yesterday and she quoted me 175. It had gone up. It's gone up again by £10 a tonne. Mixed garage scrap now 185 a tonne. 248 kilograms. Now I did say I did weigh some other light iron I had with me, which was 55 kilograms, blah, 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 193 at 18 18.5 pence a kilogram. Only because for you Americans, it's £185 for 1,000 kilograms. That is 18.5 pence a kilogram. That's giving me £35.70. So, if I was to weigh the brass in today with the cylinders, have we got £81.20. So quick math there on the calculator, £1.20 on average per cylinder. Some were bigger, some were smaller, but average £1.20. And that's at today's prices, and that's going to hopefully come in every week. The 2 weeks before my holiday, I was given 123 fire extinguishers. Wow, you know, it's going to be a commitment from me, to be honest. You know, I'm not just a scrapper. Scrapping's a hobby. It's like making wood burners. It's a hobby. There was the time when I'd advertised a wood burner. I'd put a wood burner in place with someone, and a garden centre came by, spotted it, asked the guy, "Oh, these are all right. I own a garden centre. I'll have some of them. How much are they?" Give him a price. He said, "Right, I'll take 20 of them, 10 of the pigs, 10 of them. Thank you very much." And the guy approached me and said, "Well, I've got you a big, massive order. He wants like 30 of your products." And I'm like, "Oh, no. Nice, but no." As in, I can only make like 2, 3 a month if I push myself. 30? The season will have been over by the time I complete that order. So sadly, I had to decline that one. And that leads on to kind of like this. Now I'm going to bring everyday solars into this, and shirk scrapper. And in a way, I'm going to bring Dan K&D scrapping in as well. I could bring loads of others in, Simple Man, etc. Started off as hobbyist scrappers. Dan was a wagon driver. Ended up doing scrapping full time. Shark scrapper was doing it as a hobbyist, e-waste, and then he ended up doing it full time. Everyday Solars, again, hobbyist. She's just done a premiere, maybe last night, Wednesday night, where she said like from hobbyist to professional. And she finally got, you know, the licenses, and you could say it has become full time. And that changes the dynamics of it, isn't it? You know, time becomes. I've got an halo. I've got an halo on top of my head. So time becomes money. Whereas an hobbyist like myself, this is leisure. You know, a tin or two as I'm doing it, or in this case, you know, I've just been to Greece. I saw this in the shop. Yeah, you can't even make that out, but it was €3. I asked the guy in the shop. It was in the alcohol section. Sorry. Finding it hard to take the top off. It was in the alcohol section. So I'm assuming it wasn't like cleaning material, you know. It's not ouzo, I can tell you that. It's like Raki. think they call it Sipperoo. I asked the guy in the shop, I said, good? And he went, yeah, it's good. That was good enough for me. Right, so anyway, we didn't get round to even putting a hoist on the bench. Spent all day, I don't know, playing. So it's all about, innit? Coming in your... Oh, sorry, I'm whizzing you around a bit. That's what it's all about, innit? Playing in your shed, enjoying yourself. When what you're doing becomes work, then it's not worth doing, is it? It's not worth doing. You're talking to a guy here who takes the ends off fuses, you know, fuses, you know what I mean? Yeah, these things. You take the ends off because they're copper. Ian, in his shed. I'll see you all in the next one. Won't be long. Take care, everyone.